Today I'm going to share another love poem which has written by Sheikh Hamdan on 7th of August in 2022. In the same day, he shared this poem and another poem too. First of all, I would like to tell you to turn on subtitles in your language. Especially if you don't understand English, please click the three dots in the top right corner and next select captions. Then you will see many languages. Select your language from that list. Then you will see subtitles in your language. As I mentioned, this love poem was shared by Sheikh Hamdan on 7th of August in 2022. In the same day, he shared this poem too.
حبيبتي مرت على بالي اليوم وقفت تقدير لها يوم مرت جابت لي الفرحة وانا كنت مهموم الظاهر انها عن علومي تحرت وفراقها كون في خفاقي غيوم أمطارها على الفيافي يوم مرت تنبت من الأزهار ما كان معدوم من زمن ما استسرت في حبها حساد يتكثر اللوم وهي ورا عوج ضلوع استقرت أحلم بها وأطيح في النوم وأقوم لكن فرحتي ما استمرت إلى صحيت أعاتب الحظ والوم الأيام والأيام منها تبرت الهجر طعنت خيوم نفسها على فعل الخيانة تبرت حبيبتي.
I have already given the translation of this poem. To know the translation of this poem, click this and watch the video. So, first of all, I would like to share the original poem image which had shared by Sheikh Hamdan on that day. Keep your eye on it because after that I'm going to share the translation of it. Poem translation. Poem title: The Path of the Poetry. My path and the path of the poetry are one. We could not get separated. If its weather is cloudy or dusty. Wish if the pen knew its limits every time it sees the paper. If there is no paper, the ink well would cry for the pen. And the thunder would not have thunder, and the lightning would not have lightning. I remembered the most beautiful passing years of my life. If I am the offspring of sheikhs who experienced sadness and insomnia, but I am the one that his appearance does not disclose his inner side. My legs are tired in the most hard parts, plot parts, till sweat touched my forehead, and the man without action lost his reputation. Oh, who is knocking the door of misery? The door of misery should not be knocked. Likewise, the path of misery, don't try to cross it. Oh Habibi, don't let your smile be stolen from your lips. And I feel that you are holding a cemetery inside your chest. If the light of the sun disappeared, the brilliant light of your face has risen. The status of the sun got smaller, and your status is so big. The lover without patience may get burned in the fire of love. And I am very patient about the fire of love who can bear my patience. In the ocean of your beautiful eyes, who tried to cross it and did not drown. Even if he is a leader of yearning and the most noble person who climbed it. First of all, I want to tell you that this poem is the previous poem before his last poem for his sunshine. He shared this before he left the London because he thought that he would come back even in the last minute. So he posted this poem. In the first sentence he says, "My path and the path of a poetry are one. We could not get separated." Sheikh Hamdan is a poet. His path and the poetry's path are one. It cannot be separated because every poet writes about their experience. In the second sentence he says, "If its weather is cloudy or dusty." He cannot separate from poetry's path, even its weather is cloudy or dusty. In the third sentence he says, "Wish if the pen knew its limits every time it sees the paper." Always he writes his feelings and his life experience in his poems. He should not write almost everything in his poems because he knows that he is not a normal person. He is the Crown Prince of Dubai. So that's why he says, "Wish if the pen knew its limits every time it sees the paper. Next sentence he says, if there is no paper, the inkwell would cry for the pen. There are many feelings in his heart in this situation. They are overflowing, so he writes poems to release his heart. His heart is the inkwell, so if there is no paper, his heart cries looking at the pen. Next sentence he says, and the thunder would not have thunder, and the lightning would not have lightning. What happened if pen has ink, but if there is no paper? How pen is gonna show its work? What will happen if poet has a pen, but without a paper? Can he write poems, or can he be a poet? That's why he says that the thunder would not have thunder, and the lightning would not have lightning. Next he says, I remembered the most beautiful passing years of my life. Why is he talking about passing years? Is he not happy right now? No, he is not happy. Because his beloved went away from him and he had to do some things which he didn't want to do. So he says, I remembered the most beautiful passing years of my life. He had beautiful years with his beloved and his twins. They were in love. His second wife loved him. He was happy. They were complete as a family. But now everything has changed. In next sentence he says, if I am the offspring of sheikhs who experienced sadness and insomnia, but I am the one that his appearance does not disclose his inner side. He is so sad, so he calls himself the offspring of sheikhs who experienced sadness and insomnia. Insomnia is sleeplessness or inability to sleep. Without telling these things, I told you that Sheikh Hamdan is not sleeping, and he watches 2-3 movies in one day. He spends hours and hours of thinking and watching movies because he cannot sleep. Even he suffers, and even he cannot sleep, he does not show it, and he does not disclose the inner side to the world. In the next sentence he says, my legs are tired in the most plot parts till sweat. For him, this is the most hardest thing. Not only for him, it is something hard for almost everyone to leave someone they love and live with someone they don't want to. So he is so tired in this path. He feels it like a plot path. He can't bear it. Next sentence he says, touched my forehead, and the man without action lost his reputation. He is sweating. So he touched his forehead and says himself that the man without action lost his reputation. What is his reputation? He is the Crown Prince of Dubai, the next ruler of Dubai. The man without action lost his reputation, so he cannot be like him. Next he says, "O who is knocking the door of misery?" The door of misery should not be knocked. He is giving an advice. He is telling us not to knock the door of misery, like he has to do. What is the door of misery to him? He does not want to be with his first wife. He does not love her, but he has to do it. It is the door of misery. He has not knocked it yet, but soon he will have to do it. That's why he says so. In the next sentence he says, "Likewise, the path of misery, don't try to cross it." Actually, he is talking about his own life. First he said us to not to knock the door of misery. And now he says us to not to cross the path of misery. Because the path of misery is hard, painful. When the feelings get hurt, they cannot be healed by anyone. In the next sentence he says, "O Habibi, don't let your smile be stolen from your lips." To whom he calls Habibi. Habibi means beloved. His beloved is his second wife. He says his beloved, "O Habibi, don't let your smile be stolen from your lips." In the next sentence he says, "And I feel like that you are holding a cemetery inside your chest." He says this because his beloved is not smiling now. She is sad and angry. Cemetery is not something pleasant, so he says that it seems like that she is holding a cemetery inside her chest. Cemetery is something which contains old memories which have already died. Next sentence he says, "If the light of the sun is disappeared, the brilliant light of your face has risen." His second wife is so beautiful. He says that she is like a sunshine. So if she is happy, she is a brilliant light. In the next sentence he says, "The status of the sun got smaller and your status is so big." To him, she is the most important one. So, according to him, she has a big status than the sun. In the next sentence he says, "The lover without patience may get burned in the fire of love." Lovers should have patience because in a relationship anything can be happen. If not, that lover get burned in the fire of love. In next sentence he says, "And I am very patient about the fire of love, and who can bear my patience? He says that he is very patient of the fire of love, and he also asks, who has the patience like him? Next sentence he says, in the ocean of your beautiful eyes, who tried to cross it and did not drown? His beloved eyes are beautiful, so he asks, who tried to cross it and did not drown? Because he has already drowned. In the last sentence he says, even if the leader of the yearning and the most noble person who climbed it. He is the leader of yearning and the most noble person who loved his beloved. Even he is noble and a leader, he is also drowning in her eyes. So, this is the love poem which he shared on 7th of August in 2022. However, after this poem, he wrote his last poem to his sunshine because she didn't come to see him. If you want to know the translation of the last poem which has written by Sheikh Hamdan to his beloved second wife, click this and watch the video. It was written in 10th of August in 2022. So, I hope you would understand every single word of his poem, and I hope you would enjoy this video. If you like my videos, please subscribe and hit the bell icon below so that you will not miss my any other video. Thanks for watching.